Welcome everyone to another summer training vlog. Today is day one, week one of our second phase of training. So for this second phase of training, we're getting a little bit more specific into reaching our goals. So today we have just a sprint session. Only focus today is going to be sprinting. We're going to do some drills. We're going to do some acceleration prep. We've got some resisted accelerations paired with some normal accelerations into time 20-yard sprint. So with this 8 weeks of training, I'm really trying to focus on getting better at that 20-yard sprint, right? Really trying to drop that time down. So everything from the next 4 weeks is going to be more specific into achieving that goal of decreasing that 20-yard sprint. So that's what we got for today. Interesting to see how today goes. Today's the first time of me not doing, but I guess in the last almost half a year of doing some more contrast speed work. So we're gonna go from a heavy resisted sprint to an unresisted sprint to a medium resisted sprint to an unresisted sprint, and then basically just full out 3 to 4 20-yard sprints and just see what we get for time. So today should be a good day. I'm excited to kind of just have a singular focus on sprinting today. I kind of was thinking about this while I was warming up. The last 4 weeks, was I truly going all out on my day 6s or on my day 4s when we had our speed work, just because I knew on the back end of that there still was a lift. So was I kind of like trying to keep some of the tank so that I wouldn't be completely burned out for our lift? I don't know, could be a possibility, but excited for today. Since we're in the indoor, we're gonna put some cleats on just to get some better traction. We'll kind of go through the drills that we're doing for today, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully we stay consistent with our 20-yard sprints. I don't think we'll see a PR today, but you never know. We'll see how it goes. But we're gonna start off with some bounds, and then we're going to move into some acceleration starts, and then we'll get into our heavy resisted sprints. So enjoy the training today. We're gonna start off with our sled bounds. I wanna keep these in just because I really think it's been a crucial piece on helping me kind of understand bounding, feeling it out, and really taking the top half of my body out. So that's where we're gonna keep them in. We're probably gonna go like 2 to 3 reps of this, then we're gonna move into 1 or 2 hands on hips, and then we're gonna move into what I'm gonna call like our acceleration bounds, right? Really trying to think about being forceful for like the first 10 yards of our acceleration. I'm gonna have to look back to this video to see the hands-on hips bounds, but they are feeling so good today. I'm sure when I watch the video, I'm gonna regret making this clip, but just in terms of like feeling like I'm getting that good knee drive, putting force into the ground, they're feeling good today. So the next ones we got is gonna be an acceleration bound. So we're gonna try to start this more from our 2-point sprint position, and really just think about being explosive, hitting the ground, driving that knee, and trying to get that air time. I'm definitely going to be excited to watch that one back. That felt really good. Again, I'm not watching these as I'm recording them. I'm just kind of hitting my reps, viewing them, giving you guys some feedback, and then when I'm editing is kind of the first time I really go back and look at it. But first time ever doing more like an acceleration bound, to me it felt good. I'm really curious to see what it looks like. So we got 2 more reps of these before then we're going to get into our resisted sprints on the 1080 today. So just wrapped up the acceleration bounds. We're going to move into our resisted sprints. We've got 3 sets of 15 yards. First time with our resistance sprints, we're going to be 40% body weight So I'll set that to the 1080. I'll let you know probably around set 1 how many kilos that was. From there, we're gonna move into 3 15-yard accelerations. In my head, I'm gonna keep this probably at like an 80% to 90% effort, really just kind of focusing more on being technically sound and having a good acceleration, not trying to start spinning my wheels too early, but really being forceful into the ground. After that, we go back to 1080 resisted sprints. This time we're gonna drop it by half, so we'll be 20% of body weight for 3 reps to 20 yards. And then we're gonna have 3 20-yard sprints. We will time these and just kind of see where we're at for the day. So we'll see how the main bulk of today's session goes. For the resisted sprints, we're gonna be at 14 kilos for our first 3, going 15 yards. Again, I'm trying to focus more on quality acceleration versus just trying to like blow it out of the water and just start spinning my tires too soon. We come back, we're probably gonna get about 3-ish minutes rest between we get these 3 sets in. First rep, 9.46 miles per hour. Just gonna use the speed just to kind of gauge on effort and if there's any fatigue that sets in through each one of these reps, but we're gonna give ourselves 3 minutes and I'll just kind of roll through the next 2 clips, just a little music montage with it. Three 15-yard resisted sprints done, 14 kilos, 9.46 miles an hour, 9.48 miles per hour, 9.46 miles an hour. So in terms of consistency, really happy with the consistent output on these. I'll have to look back at the videos, just kind of look at the accelerations. One thing I'm gonna add as we're doing our unresisted or timed sprints, we're doing 20 yards for our resisted sprints. Our start cone is going to be 1 yard back from the start. So one thing I've been noticing with my sprinting is like trying to get set up in a good position, trying to make sure I've got a good forward shin angle. We're in a good position to start accelerating without tripping the lasers. So like I do brake beam just because it's a lot easier than trying to set up in the beam, making sure the beam is broken the whole time before you go and start. Just brake beam is a lot easier to set up. So setting with a yard back, I'm gonna be able to get into a better position. I know technically it's gonna be a 21-yard sprint with a 1-yard build, and I'm not gonna worry about that for this next 4 weeks of training because we're gonna keep it consistent through all our times and all our testing with our sprints. So it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. I'll probably see a little bit decrease in the sprint times, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be to try to be as accurate as I can and making sure I'm in a consistent position every time I sprint. Just wrapped up rep 1, 20-yard sprints, 7 kilos on the 1080 for that 20% body weight. We got 2 more of these and then we're just gonna go roll right into our timed 20-yard sprints. Next thing, 3 20-yard sprints, every one of them timed. We're gonna have that yard lead in before we kind of hit the first timing gates to make sure we're in a good position. First rep, 3-2-8-7. It just felt bad. Everything about it felt bad. I feel like I almost tripped at the end. We have about 3 minutes. Go for these next 2. Wrapped up 20-yard sprints. Second one was a 3-2-5-6. And our third one was a 3.257. So not our best. Interesting to see kind of over the course of this training, the resisted sprints. This is probably some of the most volume running I might have done in the last year in terms of like total yardage. But happy so far with today. It was a good sprint day. A little bit over an hour for the whole session, so it's nice to not now have to go into the weight room and kind of knock out these 2 hour and 15-minute sessions I was doing during our first phase of training. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's training vlog. We got more to come, and then at the end of these 4 weeks, we're gonna have our test, kind of see where did we crush it, where did we fall short, where can we improve to kind of reach the goals that we're looking for in some of these KPIs that we're tracing.